Hey, if you've ever wished you could run extremely profitable Facebook ads without being some super tech geek or knowing every single button in the back end of the Facebook Power Editor, be sure to watch today's video through until the very end, as I'm about to share with you the one strategic principle and difference between Facebook and many of the other advertising platforms on the internet, and how you can leverage it to create maximum profits in 2021 and beyond. As always, if this is your first video, my name is Misha Wilson, and over the course of the last few years, I've done over $15 million in total sales online. And I've ran just about every kind of ad you can run. I've run solo ads, I've run YouTube ads, I've run Facebook ads, I've run Pinterest ads, I've done a ton of email marketing, and I've literally run everything in between. And in today's episode, I'm going to share with you the difference between Facebook and some of the other platforms and how you can make Facebook as profitable as humanly possible. As always, if you get value, let me know what your biggest takeaway is in the comments section below. And don't forget to go ahead and hit that subscribe button and that bell icon notification button so that you're notified when I do more videos just like this. With that said, let's go ahead and dive right in. Welcome to the Misha Wilson Show, where we show you how to create massive success online so you can enjoy the lifestyle of your wildest dreams. All right, so once again, what we're gonna be talking about here today is really kind of the 30,000 foot view strategy when it comes to Facebook ads and how it's different than some of the other advertising forms or forms of advertising on the internet, and what you need to do in order to maximize your opportunity with Facebook ads. Now, before we dive in, full disclosure, I am not the person who's the expert at getting in the back end of the Facebook Power Editor, clicking all the buttons, hitting all the bells and whistles, etc. I know the very basics of it, and I don't want to come off as one of the fake gurus who are talking about something they don't necessarily know about, and that's not what this video is about, right? I have very limited knowledge when it comes to the super tactical, technical, click this button and it'll do this, and click this button and it'll do that. But I do understand human nature, I do understand psychology, I do understand marketing. And in today's video, I'm really gonna be sharing with you the marketing, human psychology portion of the equation when it comes to Facebook ads and how it's different than a lot of the other platforms. So the first thing I wanna talk about is the fact that every single time someone is buying a product or someone buys a product, you have to understand that they're buying a product in order to get towards a pleasure or get away from a pain, right? So if we start with that kind of as a first principle, we have to understand that the only reason our potential prospect or our prospect, potential customer, will ever buy from us is to, get towards their pleasure or away from their pain. They're not buying because they think we're super cool. They're not buying because they love us. They're not buying because they've watched videos and they absolutely think we're the coolest thing in the world. They're buying very simply because they're trying to get towards their pleasure or away from their pain. And what's really cool about some of the other advertising platforms out there, let's look at Google ads as an example, or let's look at YouTube ads as an example. With those various advertising platforms, you can catch a prospect or catch a lead essentially in a state of pain, proactively seeking a solution. So as an example, if someone's on YouTube or if someone's on Google and they type in, how to lose belly fat so that I can have six-pack abs, and they're looking for a piece of content that will help them to solve that problem that they're facing of having too much belly fat so they can get towards the pleasure of having six-pack abs, we understand that that person is actively seeking out and looking for a solution at that current point in time. And great marketing always goes, essentially enters the conversation that's going on inside the prospect's mind. And so with that said, what we have to understand is that yes, with Google, we can catch them right when they're specifically searching for a solution because they're in Google searching how to lose belly fat, right? If we pop up an ad right at that point in time and talk about, the 6-step system to lose 12 pounds in 3 weeks, right? Totally pulling that off the cuff. I don't know the 6-step system, be fully transparent, right? But if we were to place that ad in front of them, we have the right message to the right market at the right time. Same thing with YouTube. If they're searching for something on YouTube and we can put our ad up right when they're searching for it, we know that the timing is just right. And what that is called, is called search marketing. So What we have to understand is that with Facebook, we don't necessarily have that advantage. All right, if we really look at Facebook, what Facebook is it's a social network, right? People are going onto Facebook to look at pictures of their friends. They're looking, at the person they like. They're looking at comments that people have made on their photos. They're looking to post photos on their own profile. They're not necessarily going on Facebook with the intent of how do I find this product, or how do I, discover this tip to help me lose body fat? How do I find this thing to help me to try to get away from my pain or towards my pleasure, like they would be if they're once again searching on Google or searching on YouTube. And so with Facebook, the type of advertising that we run, it's called interruption marketing. All right, so YouTube and Google, think of it as search marketing, Facebook, interruption marketing. And the difference between the two is the fact that we have to, instead of assuming that they're already in that state of pain, instead of assuming that they're already looking for the product that will help them move them towards their desire, what we have to do is we have to take them through a process that systematically captures their attention, usually with some kind of pattern interrupt, right? So if on Facebook you have an image that looks slightly different than everything else, you can break their pattern, you can get their attention based on breaking their pattern. And then once you get their attention, what we then have to do is we need to, with our advertising, get them into a state of looking to go ahead and have their pain solved, or have, once again, them move closer towards their desire. And usually how we do that is after we go ahead and get their attention with a pattern interrupt, right? If we get them to stop and look at our ads, if we write copy that goes ahead and agitates the pain, agitates the problem, so that the desire for the solution becomes forefront of their mind with the actual prospect, we can then once again create demand instead of going after a customer who already is in a state of going ahead and searching for something and demanding a solution for a problem that they're facing right now. All right, so essentially what we have to do is, if you want to be really profitable with Facebook ads, you have to add one more step into the equation, where instead of just realizing that someone's searching, how to make money online, your video shows them, hey, this is the 10 ways to make money online. You have to agitate the pain of not having money. So as an example, you could say, and this isn't Facebook compliant, I'm just pulling this off the top of my head, right? Firstly, you'd have your little pattern interrupt, something that looks kind of different. And then you'd say, hey, are you tired of not having enough money at the end of the month? Are you tired of having too much month and not enough money? Are you tired of not being able to spend the type of, time that you want to with your friends, your family, and your loved ones? And are you tired of not having enough options because you don't have enough money? If so, I'd like to give you my free PDF. So in those statements, what we've done is we've agitated the pain of our target market. And in agitating the pain, what we're doing is we're creating the same desire that the person already has on Google, on YouTube, when they go and they search in how to make money online, how to start my own online business, how to create profits on the internet, or any other number of keywords, right? So understand the big difference is that with Google, with YouTube, we can essentially know that at that exact point in time, that person is looking for a solution. With Facebook, they're not looking for a solution. They're looking to be social with their friends. And so what we have to do is we need to do two additional steps. We need to first get their attention with a strong pattern interrupt. And then secondly, we need to agitate the pain that that person feels. If we have our targeting dialed in, the pain will be relevant to the person that we go ahead and have our ad in front of. We need to agitate that pain. And when we agitate that pain, once again, we'll create the desire for the solution that we have. And as always, if you're selling high quality products, which you absolutely should be, they'll want to buy your product. And when they buy your product, they'll benefit in an extreme way, because once again, the product will help them get out of the pain. And of course, you'll make the sale as the marketer. So with that said, hope you got a ton of value out of today's video. Understand the difference between, once again, interruption marketing and search marketing. Understand that with search marketing, you are entering the conversation going on inside the prospect's mind. With interruption marketing, we have to create that conversation. We have to start that conversation in the prospect's mind so that we can then go ahead and sell the product that helps them to get towards the desire or away from the pain. As always, let me know what your biggest takeaway was in the comments section below. And don't forget to go ahead and hit that subscribe button and that bell icon notification button so that you're notified when I do more videos just like this.